Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. People never lie, so much as before an election, during a war, or after a hunt. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. Man cannot control the current of events. He can only float with them and steer. We live in a wondrous time, in which the strong is weak, because of his scruples, and the weak grows strong, because of his audacity. The main thing is to make history, not to write it. With a gentleman, I am always a gentleman and a half, and with a fraud, I try to be a fraud and a half. A really great man is known by 3 signs: generosity in the design, humanity in the execution, moderation in success. It is the destiny of the weak to be devoured by the strong. Hounds follow those who feed them. An appeal to fear never finds an echo in German hearts. You can do anything with children, if you only play with them. Our German forefathers had a very kind religion. They believed that, after death, they would meet again all the good dogs that had been their companions in life. I wish I could believe that too. We Germans fear God, but nothing else in the world. I have often regretted what I have eaten, but never what I have drunk. Love is blind. Friendship tries not to notice. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. Never believe anything in politics until it has been officially denied. Laws are like sausages. It's better not to see them being made. God has a special providence for fools, drunkards, and the United States of America. Faust complained about having 2 souls in his breast, but I harbor a whole crowd of them and they quarrel. It is like being in a republic. Politics are not a science based on logic. They are the capacity of always choosing at each instant, in constantly changing situations, the least harmful, the most useful. The statesman's task is to hear God's footsteps marching through history, and to try and catch on to his coattails as he marches past. The secret of politics: make a good treaty with Russia. Politics ruins the character. Political judgment is the ability to hear the distant hoofbeats of the horse of history. Government is cancerous in head and limbs. Only its belly is sound, and the laws it excretes are the most straightforward shit in the world. Politics is the art of the possible, the science of the relative. Crowned heads, wealth and privilege may well tremble, should ever again the black and red unite. The death of Lincoln was a disaster for Christendom. There was no man in the United States great enough to wear his boots, and the bankers went anew to grab the riches. I fear that foreign bankers with their craftiness and tortuous tricks will entirely control the exuberant riches of America and use it to systematically corrupt civilization. Whoever speaks of Europe is wrong. It is a geographical expression. I am accustomed to pay men back in their own coin. Universal suffrage is the government of a house by its nursery. One can put some trust in the gratitude of his sovereign, and also in that of his family. Under certain conditions, one can even rely upon it, but one can never expect anything from the gratitude of a nation. I have found that nothing so deceives your adversaries as telling them the truth. I have seen 3 emperors in their nakedness, and the sight was not inspiring. If there is ever another war in Europe, it will come out of some damn silly thing in the Balkans. Preventive war is like committing suicide out of fear of death. Be polite, write diplomatically. Even in a declaration of war, one observes the rules of politeness. Anyone who has ever looked into the glazed eyes of a soldier dying on the battlefield will think hard before starting a war. The Balkans aren't worth the life of a single Pomeranian grenadier. A conquering army on the border will not be stopped by eloquence. You can't destroy the Polish national consciousness or Poles on the battlefield, but if you give them power, they will destroy themselves. You can do everything with bayonets, but you are not able to sit on them. Beware of sentimental alliances where the consciousness of good deeds is the only compensation for noble sacrifices. Nothing should be left to an invaded people except their eyes for weeping. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood. Let us put Germany, so to speak, in the saddle. You will see that she can ride. I have wished to crush Rome that I might crush Christianity. I have only one ambition left. I should like to have a good epitaph. Show me an objective worthy of war and I will go along with you. Better pointed bullets than pointed speeches. Woe to the leader whose arguments at the end of a war are not as plausible as they were at the beginning. My subject is my life, and my life is my subject. A little caution outflanks a large cavalry. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. Great men have great dogs. Fools say that they learn by experience. I prefer to profit by others' experience. The social insecurity of the worker is the real cause of their being a peril to the state. Did you find these Otto von Bismarck quotes and sayings to be inspiring? Which of these quotes was your personal favorite? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. For further updates, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.